You're my everything. All that I am, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. My heart's desire is to do your will, to pursue your purpose, your plan fulfilled. My soul's delight is to follow you. My goal, my purpose is your will to do. All that I am, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. All that I want for people to see is the image of I am in me. Every day I live to see. I thank you, God, because you let it be. The breath I breathe is life to me. Everything you are is what I wanna be. Yeah, yeah. All that I am, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. All that I want for people to see, yes, is the image of I am in me. All that I want, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. Yeah. All that I want for people to see, yes, is the image of I am in me. Yeah. Oh, is the image of I am in me. It is the image of I am in me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is the image of I am in me. You are, you are, you are, you are.
It's Friday Night Live with Kat Carter. Get ready, set, let's go. Come on. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Kat Carter. It's Friday night. Hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Yeah. It's Friday night with Kat Carter. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Kat Carter. It's Friday night. Hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night with Kat Carter. 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 With Kat Carter.
Wait. You can't eat the, don't eat the, don't, Grayson. So this is our new edition. Grayson, say hi. That's one. And this is Sterling, his brother. I am officially the cat lady, I guess. I know. Say hi. Look at the camera. Say, hey, everybody. So if you all hear noise in the background, I have two kittens, 4 months old, in this office with me. All right. Friday Night Live. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Kat Carter. And I tell you what, I am just so excited about this show. This is one of my favorites, if that's a word, guests. Every time she comes, I learn something new. It's so educational. It's very interesting. The Stampkeeper is in the house again. OMG, Charlene Blair. Yeah. So, Friday Night Live is the positive platform where we come to inform, innovate, and inspire. I have, of course, kidnapped Charlene for the whole hour. So, we're going to have a really good time. Let me bring my sister friend on here. Please welcome back to Friday Night Live, the Stamp Keeper extraordinaire, Charlene Blair.
Woo!
Hey, girl.
Hi, Dr. Kat.
How you doing?
Hi, Sherryl. I know she's there with you.
Hey. She said,
hey.
hey.
Shout out. It's my birthday, buddy. Yeah, the
yes.
Birthday. Yes.
I am so excited to have you back on, Charlene. I mean, you have been doing amazing things. I'm always lurking on the Facebook and on the streams. LinkedIn, I get you on LinkedIn. I think I see you on Facebook as well. And I be lurking to see what you're doing. You're always doing some amazing things in the community. And for me, I think community is very important. It's important to give back. It's important to give education and inspiration to the community. And you definitely do that. So how are you doing since the last time you were here? Oh my gosh.
I know it's been a year. It was August of last year.
Was it August last year?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I see this light. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. I see this light on the side and it reminds me of the idea emoji. Oh my, that is just so neat. Oh my God.
Always thinking so about
cute.
something.
I love it. I love it. And the books, yes, perfect. Just perfect. So before we get started, we about the meat of what we're going to be talking about. Tell us about NMAAS. Tell us what NMAAS is and how you got started. And what was it about stamps that kind of gravitated that to you where you wanted to really do some amazing things with it?
Well, as you know, Kat and I are personal friends, everybody. But so I've been a stamp collector, Black heritage stamp collector for over 30 plus years. And I, Googled, I said, there has to be somebody else out here doing what I do, or I'm interested in doing. And I came across a group called ESPER, Ebony Society of Philatelic Events and Reflections. So I joined that organization and just learned so much about, the hobby itself and stamp shows and stamp collecting, and just expanded it to NMAAS. And so I always say that ESPER is the membership. If you go to the website, esperstamps.org, you'll see our award-winning web page ran by our webmaster, Clarence McKnight. But you join as a member, you get access to that website. You actually can access it now for free, but
nice.
If you join, you also get the Reflections newsletter, which is a award-winning newsletter.
Yeah.
And we, so from being in that group, I just decided to expand it and started NMAAS, which is the arm for me of sharing my exhibits, sharing my collection, introducing people, to the hobby itself, especially people of color, the hobby, jobs in the museum field, where we also need more people. But people often say, well, what made you decide to start collecting? I actually was thumbing through Jet magazine at my son's birthday party, believe it or not, when he's a 3-year-old birthday party, thumbing through Jet magazine, and came across the stamp that was being issued in 1992. Du Bois, I think it was Du Bois, W.B. Du Bois. And a light bulb just went on, like you said here, that, we're actually on stamps. So I went to the post office and asked for the 14 Black heritage stamps. And they were like, no, you can get that one, but now you have to go to stamp dealers and stamp shows to get the other stamps. And that just opened up a whole window of research and just finding other information about it. So now I'm at a point now that I tell everybody knows me as the Stampkeeper now.
Okay, okay. I want to plug in for a minute. I got a alert with Facebook. I'm not sure what happened. Are we still on Facebook?
No, I was about to text you.
Okay. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. Somebody just got back on and said they lost a connection, but they're back on. So what we're gonna do?
Yes, it was going in and out a little bit for me on Facebook.
I wonder if it's weather. But let me check it out. But what I'm gonna do while I'm doing that, Charlene, let's go to a musical break, and while we're doing that, I can kind of see what's going on. And on the other side of that, we'll talk more about the African American on stamps. Does that sound good?
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to put on my friend. His name is Tony Smith. He is a well-known saxophonist. He's also a retired radio announcer. You guys know I used to be a radio announcer. He was well-known, and he's well-known in the New York area, Retro Soul FM. So we're going to check him out. I hope you all enjoy it.
All right.
All right, let me see. Charlene,
All
where
right.
are we? There she
I'm
is. We
here.
are back. I
Yeah.
think we're back on Facebook. I had to do my stuff. I think we're back on here. All right, so we're good. All right, so let me pull this up and let you begin. All right, I have the slide up. Show up.
Okay. So as I said, I started NMAAS 2017 as a outlet to show pieces from my collection, my personal collection, as well as, give other people opportunity if they like to exhibit under us. So this year we'll be celebrating 8 years. Yeah, 2025.
Wow.
So, and as I said, as a member of ESPER, not only a member, I'm a vice president now.
Mhm.
The team is gearing up to go to Schaumburg, Illinois,
Nice.
in this month for the Great American Stamp Show.
Nice.
And it will be a place not only to, if you're interested in starting your collection, but exposing yourself to other collections outside of African American stamps. If you're interested in butterflies, if you're interested in love stamps, whatever you're interested in. But of course, my focus is Black Heritage stamps. And as I said, we came here last year, same month, and I showed you guys the stamps that were coming out for the previous year, for
Mm-hmm.
the next year, 2024. So I just wanted to remind you that there are some that are still available at your local post office. As you may remember, I said when new stamps come out, they're out for about a year and a half at the post office, and then they leave, and you have to go to the online to purchase them, or possibly to stamp shows and stamp dealers. So right now, in some spaces still has the John Lewis, but for sure you can go to USPS.com to purchase the John Lewis. And then we'll run through quickly the ones that came out last year, 2024. Constance Baker Motley, an attorney and a member or honorary member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, I understand. So she's still available in a lot of local post offices, definitely online. The March 24 came out with the Underground Railroad stamps. And every time we think of Underground Railroad, we think of Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
But this particular group of stamps not only has Harriet, but Frederick Douglass, and then other abolitionists that were involved helping her with the Underground Railroad. So this is a really nice set for if you're interested in starting that journey. It gives you the description of the people that were involved. As always, it comes with the stamps, the first day covers, the souvenir pages.
Wow.
So it's just like all the stamps come out with those. So
That's
that's an
nice.
expansion. And then last summer they came out with the Hank Aaron stamp. So that is going really well apparently. And because of course, not only is he in the African American stamps, he's also of course in the baseball league. And we know baseball is just really big right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's always been big. So he would cross over to both of those. And then the Kwanzaa stamp was issued September of last year. That one is still out, and I think you can get it at your local post office or online. And then starting January 2025 of this year came out Alan Toussaint. And a lot of people weren't familiar with him, but he's a very legendary musician, songwriter, and producer, and he is the 48th stamp in the Black Heritage series. And of course, we just want, as we educate people or tell people about the Black Heritage stamp, as we know, they came out in 1978, the series itself,
Mm-hmm.
and it is the longest running commemorative series that the post office has. And of course, there's some concern that, we've heard rumors for years, oh, they're going to stop the Black Heritage collection, stop it. But actually now it is a real threat that it can't, may be stopped. So some people are concerned that once we hit the 50th stamp that they may decide to cancel it. And we all know the culture that's kind of going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
no, he's 48. He's the 48th.
he's
Okay.
48. So in 2 more years, we never know. And so we are gearing up right now to fight or to voice our concerns that we would like it to be continued. And of course, we will let you guys know about that and hopefully have your support in writing letters or letting your legislator people know that we would like that to be continued.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Are we gonna take another break because we're going to do the
yeah,
2025s?
yes.
Okay. So yeah, this one is really interesting because we are at 48. So you say like 2 more years. Why do
Well,
you
it
think
may
it's
be
a what?
before that. It may be
You just
before
never
that.
know. Yeah.
Right. It's just in my mind, if I were a person that was going to stop a series like this, something that's been around this long, that's the USPS, this longest commemorative
Yeah.
stamps, I would probably let it round out to 50. But sometimes, the climate may say, hey, no, just end it right now. So
Yeah.
we'll see how things go.
Why do you think it's important to keep it going where we have the series of the African American stamps?
Well, I think we hear all the time that our schools aren't really educating our kids with the history that we would like them to have. And so these stamps are just a tool or a resource to use for your kids to learn about people. We want them to know about Harriet Tubman. We want them to know about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. But these stamps have people that they would not always come into contact with or know about, like a person like Alan Toussaint, or people on the jazz and blues series, or other entertainers or other educators that they may not come across, Richard Wright, authors or writers, that these are ways to expose them, quick hits. Let them get exposed to the person's face, let them see some quick history about the person, and then hopefully that'll draw them into wanting to know more about that particular person and do more research on their own and writing. It helps them with their writing, with their research and history knowledge.
Okay. So before we go to, I think I'm gonna do Gary Smoot next. He has a new project out called The Line, and he was at number 42 on the charts, and he's down to 30. So it continues to go down. I'm so proud of him. But let's do a trivia. Let's do a trivia here, and then we'll find out what the answer is later. Okay, so we were just talking about Harriet Tubman, Charlene, where we were looking at the Underground Railroad stamps and that beautiful collection that they had. So let's see. So Harriet Tubman was the first African American on the U.S. stamps. What was her birth name? What was her birth name? Don't tell it, Charlene.
I know. I'm just letting you know now. She was not the first on the U.S. stamp.
Correct me, please.
She was on the first person in the Black Heritage series.
The Black Heritage series. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Black Heritage series. Okay. She was the first one. Okay. What was her birth name? So we need her birth name. What are they gonna get if they win tonight, Charlene?
So in addition to being a stamp collector, I also make greeting cards. Mm-hmm. So I have greeting cards and bookmarks of using the Harriet Tubman stamps as giveaways tonight.
Did you send me a picture? Ooh,
I did. Well, actually, as we continue the slides, they'll see an example of them in here.
All right. So let's go and listen to Gary Smoot, and then we will be right back.
All right.
All right, we are back. So we had ended with January 2025. So let me hush and let Charlene. She's going to educate us. I'm listening.
Hi. So, welcome back, Dr. Kat. Catherine's my friend. So,
Yes.
we started, I told you, January 25 with the new Black Heritage stamp
Mm-hmm.
on Tucson. But one of the goals that we have for NMAAS for 2025 was to expose ourselves to non-traditional places. It's easy to go to a stamp show and put a display up, or some of the places we normally go to are schools or libraries.
Okay.
So this year the goal was to go places that you would not normally go, to broaden our audience and to expose other people.
That's
So we
good.
started off the year at a women's conference called Get Up Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did a display on women on stamps at this particular event. And that started in 2025, January. February, we had an exhibit at the Glen Carbon Museum. And actually, that was our second year there. So
Nice.
that kind of was a crossover of doing what we would normally do. But we did an exhibit on Marian Anderson. So we provided them with 10 frames, as you can see. And then they provided us with that nice display area. And so that was up all month. And
That is nice.
And some students from SIU, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, came over who are in the museum studies program.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a chance to check out the exhibit and to see ways to curate and to do displays. So that was a nice surprise. We didn't know that was going to be a feature.
That's a beautiful setup.
And then we joined SIUE's alumni group in March, and had a display there. It was nice. I'm an alumni too of SIUE, so it was fun to go back to the school and then bring an exhibit for them to check out. Then in June, I had an opportunity here in Edwardsville. Madison County Historical Society actually hosted Catherine Harris, who plays Harriet Tubman. And so
I said, is that Harriet? She did that.
So I was like, I have got to be there, and I have got to present her with a gift from the National Museum of African Americans on stamps. So we went and we presented her with a greeting card, a bookmark, and a first day cover. And that the card and the bookmark would be the items that I'm giving to the winner of the trivia today.
Okay, so now they can see it.
Yes. Handcrafted greeting card using Harriet Tubman stamp.
Nice. That's pretty.
And then just to let you know that what's coming up, in July, this is July, and these items are out now. So as we said, when I do collections, when you start your collection, it's easy to go and find Maya Angelou, Miles Davis, or, African-American named people. But to find African-American related stamps are harder, like stamps where we're featured, but you might not find them because of the name. And that is something that's here in July 2025, as the post office is celebrating delivering mail for 250 years. They created the stamp that's to the left here. That actually is 20 stamps, I think it is, in that design. And in that design, African Americans are featured. You have people, the late mail lady delivering mail, or somebody else, I think, walking a dog. And so you might miss that if you look online and just say, mail delivery, as well as the one on the right-hand side is called Putting a Stamp on the American Experience. But it also has Harriet Tubman, freedom, emancipation, Ralph Ellison in that particular booklet. But that booklet has, I think, the stamps of George Washington, I think it is, or Ben Franklin, one of them. Ben Franklin, I believe. And you get 20 stamps but I thought it is a really nice booklet where we are also featured because we are part of the history of stamps being delivered as well as mail being delivered per se.
I really like that idea, Charlene, of them putting the stamps together almost like a puzzle.
Right. That's what it
I've
reminds you
never
of.
seen
A
that before.
collage or a puzzle. So you
Wow.
can go to USPS.com now, the post online,
Hmm.
and put the particular titles in. That's why I put the titles in so people would see uh, how you need to search either under new stamps or gifts or collector's items, I think. But I think these may be like on the main page where you can
Okay.
find these particular ones.
Have you ever
I
seen that
said this
before? I've
this
never
no,
seen
this
that
is
before.
new, July 2025. I mean, have they done
The
designs like
puzzles,
this?
like the puzzles, yeah, like they
Well,
look
the
like.
most I've seen is 4.
Oh,
So
okay,
this
yeah,
one is kind of neat that it's
yeah,
20 stamps, right?
yeah.
I like that too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Definitely collector's item, get one to use and one to keep. That's what we
Yeah.
do when you're a collector, right?
Yep. Nice.
And then something else that we're expanding ourselves to, as I said, as we broaden our audience, we will be participating in a steppers and online dancers event in Chicago in August, where we'll have a Marvin Gaye display on
Oh
part of the
wow.
table, and then on the other table we'll be selling these handcrafted greeting cards. I call this my Kente Queen. She's really popular. So we are actually doing this to raise money to go to the World Stamp Show next year, May of 2026. Hotel rooms are already being booked, actually sold out for 2026 now for the World
Wow.
Stamp Show. Because not only will it be US, people will be coming in from all over the
All
world.
over the world. Yeah.
So what we are doing now, right, to raise funds for the World Stamp Show, in addition to having a new audience with Black Heritage Stamps and a new audience with the whole hobby itself, is going to places, like I said, non-traditional places. And this particular event is in Chicago at the Hyatt. I have below is the Chicago Steppers Homecoming.com if you would want more information. But while that event is going on, the Jazz Festival is going on, and that's a free event. And then the African Arts Festival is going on. I think they charge like
Nice.
$20-$30 to get into their event, but that's a whole Labor Day event that you can get to and stay at the Hyatt Regency at a very reasonable price, under $200 of a night for the room. And you get 2 free tickets to the Steppers event. That's that Thursday through Sunday. 2 free tickets for that, reasonable hotel, plus the Jazz Festival and the Arts Festival. So we're looking forward to, being one of the 20 vendors at their event and meeting new people who, exposing people to our hobby and
Yeah.
hopefully raising some funds for our World Stamp Show
So
participation.
we have quite a few people on the feed front that are in the Chicago area, are very close to the Chicago area. So I wanted to make sure that they see this. This is going to be Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
Okay, and then if they want more information, Charlene has the website at the bottom is Chicago Steppers Homecoming.com for more information. But that sounds like that's going to be a really nice weekend because you
Yeah.
got the
And
jazz,
now
like you
they
said, the Jazz
probably
Fest, the African American Fest, and then the Homecoming.
right.
And so if you all are on here and you're watching this, if you can make it, be sure to stop by Charlene's table and tell her that you saw her on FNL and say hi.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll be there Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night
Okay.
with our booth, with our table, with the Marvin Gaye exhibit, and then selling the cards. Um, and I know that they are about to shut down the hotel reservations soon because they have been really surprised at how many people have booked. I think they have over 2,500 people already booked.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we'll be closing it up in the next week or so, next couple weeks for sure. So the faster, go ahead and reserve your space
Yeah.
And I think if you go to the website, you'll see that to call the Hyatt Regency directly and tell them the G-Step code, and it will they'll give you the discounted price, because right now the rooms are like under $200 or so under their booking.
What is
But
the code again? Cheryl, put that in the chat.
G-Step,
The letter G
and then
and
step.
step.
In the hotel, you can get their rate, because I think for the Hyatt Regency McCormick, you usually pay what, $300, $400, $500 a night,
Easy.
especially a Labor Day weekend.
Easy. Yeah.
So you could get it for under $200. But like I said, it's only going to be available now for the next couple of weeks, because they're winding down now.
Is it 1S or 2S?
For
G S T E P.
G Step, STEP.
Okay. 1S, Cheryl. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I want to make sure I do that, because I know there are quite a few that live in Chicago or around in that area in the suburbs, and they might enjoy that. So
Yes.
okay. All right.
It's gonna be busy weekend there.
Yeah. Okay.
So as I said, we're raising funds for our attendance to the Boston, to the World Stamp Expo that will be held in Boston next year, right? 2026. So this event only happens every 10 years. And
wow.
Right. So we had an opportunity. I went as an individual in 2016 when it was held in New York. So, but this year, next year, 2026, we are going representing. So NMAAS will have a table there. ESPR, the Ebony Society of Philatelic Events and Reflections, they will have a table there. So we are raising funds basically under NMAAS, I am, to have the museum table there. Okay. So just we would appreciate any assistance that you would give us to get there. We have our hotel book, like as I said, because they were booking fast. And then this is what you're seeing here is a bulletin they put out every year. They've been putting it out so many months, just giving us updates on what's happening for the World Expo. And this, our president of ESPR, Howard Ingram, did a story on the African-American presence in Boston. So what you're seeing here is some of the people he highlighted, with Frederick Douglass and the 3 stamps showing with the Harriet Tubman. So, and I think it's one more page in here, just talking about the presence of African Americans in Boston, which it's a big presence and big history about African Americans in there. So not only are we going to be able to, see other worldwide people who are stamp collectors, we also will, of course, take in some of the sights and sounds specific to African Americans while we're there. But it's a week-long event.
I see that.
The 30th, and we plan on representing and having a table at the event.
I looked up Memorial Day for next year, and that's May 25th. So that's like in the middle of that. So that would be a great weekend, like to go and do something like that in Boston.
Right. Wow. And so, of course, the hotels for that week, the rooms were 300, plus, close to 300. There are a couple that were under 200. They are already booked and gone. So we are planning to stay at the Omni. So, we are booked at the Omni. So just asking for support and prayers, if nothing else, that we are able to get there next year, and as well as to stay, safe and sound as we try to represent the one of the diversities in the stamp world. We used to say we're the diversity of the stamp world, but you have Chinese will be there, African museums or societies will be there, Ireland. You'll have people from all over the world. That will be next year. And so then we were saying from our trivia, you will be getting a bookmark and a card. And I just wanted to point out to you, Catherine, you see the Harriet Tubman card to the left that says HBCU bookstore?
Yeah.
I bought that 20 plus years ago, kept it, and I was like looking for the, thinking somebody would make more of them of the other stamps, but they haven't.
Mhm.
Well, now as a collector, I see why, because you don't want to give up your stamps, or they're just harder to come by. So the one to the right is kind of like my own little twist on that particular card.
It's
So
nice.
I started making those and doing some bookmarks, just trying to take it to another level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, since we're on that, let's see who won the trivia. Is that the end of our slideshow?
I think this
Oh,
last
I'm
one
sorry.
is
Let's do this
ways that
first.
people can donate if they would like.
Okay.
Cash App, which I thank you for. You have it at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
of the feed, as well as PayPal, as well as our PO box that if people are interested in donating. Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
That would be so wonderful. So,
But I'll put it back. I'll put the slide back here so that as you're answering the trivia.
Okay. I forgot what the question. Let me see what the question. Hold on.
Harriet Tubman's real name.
Oh, you know what? And Charlene told me the real deal. So I got the question wrong, y'all. So the first African American on U.S. stamps was in 1940 was Booker T. Washington. So I had the whole thing wrong. Harriet Tubman was the first on the Black Heritage series. Okay,
yes.
Not the U.S. stamps. Okay, but what we were looking for was what was her birth name. And let me see, Cheryl, do we have a winner?
Charlene Sherryl.
Okay, well, let me see what the answer is. So who's the winner?
Charlene Sherryl.
Miss Gerald won. Congratulations. So we're going to get Charlene, Miss Gerald's mailing address and get that over to her. Congratulations, Miss Gerald. Wow. That's nice collection. These are really, really nice. So that's a bookmark and a card. That's nice. That's really, really nice, Charlene.
I actually bought when the first Black Heritage stamps came out, they would give you 50 of them, believe it or not, back when we used to lick the back of the stamp.
Yeah.
So the Harriet Tubman group comes in 50 stamps. So I bought a couple sheets. And so that's what I've been using to make the bookmarks and the cards from.
So do they still come in 50s or they reduced to the quantity?
No, now they're 20?
Oh, they come in just 20. Okay.
And now they're stickable. You can peel and stick now.
Oh,
so
okay.
Most of them come in 20 stamps, or I think the Maya Angelou came in 15, I think. And she didn't come in 20. She came in fewer than 20. So most of the stamps are out like that now.
Okay. Let's see who's hanging out with you today. Cheryl, how do you feel today? You feel like you could do the shout outs? All right. Let's see who's hanging out with you, Charlene.
Hello.
Charlene.
Oh, you thought Cheryl was doing her shout out.
Okay, go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say hey to Karan Edmonds holding it down on Twitch for us. Hey girl, good to see you. And then on YouTube, our first comment was from C Flow. Hey C Flow, welcome to the show. Good to see you again. We have Shirley NBC, my Gigi, hanging out with us on Facebook. Good to see you. My sweet auntie T, Dr. T Carter, hanging out with you on Facebook. We have Earl St. Gerald hanging out with you on Facebook. Miss Tina Wilson hanging out with you on Facebook. We have Pastor Charles Neal hanging out with you on Facebook. And that is it for the people who have commented, but we have quite a few from the numbers. So there are people who have not commented. Welcome. You don't have to comment. We are glad you are here and keep coming back.
Yeah. So This was awesome. This was so amazing. The time just goes so fast, Charlene. Like when you
No,
come on, it just goes super, super fast. But I wanted to Walter Williams is on here hanging out with you, Charlene. He just popped in. And First Lady Peggy Neal is on here too. They're sending in saying hello to you. Um,
hi.
yeah, I wanted to give you an opportunity to give some final words, and then we have Rod Tate, which is one of your very, very special. You love his music. He's
Yes,
one
I
of your favoriteest
college
artists.
friends.
Yeah, and I actually met Rod Tate through you. Charlene took me to St. Louis. I can't remember. It was years ago. It was like probably
Ooh,
16,
oh
15. I
wow,
don't know, 2000. But we went, and and Rod and his wife, I got a chance to meet them. And
Lisa.
yeah, and we've been friends ever since because of you, Charlene. So I just really appreciate you for that.
Awesome,
But
awesome.
he is, let me put this up here right quick. He's going to be with Happy Guitar August the 23rd in Swansea, Illinois. The tickets are, they're taking a $50 donation, but they call themselves the Too Smooth duo. I think that's what they call themselves. So this is a night of jazz. And so this is going to be at the Life Center in Swansea, Illinois. Again, that's August the 23rd from 6:30 to 9:30. If you are interested, I'll make sure that I'll put it on my Friday Night Live page. So I wanted to make sure I
Awesome.
did that for him. Yeah. So, Charlene, I want to give you a
Thank
chance to give
you.
some final words. And then we're going to end it with Rod Tate. And this is going to be a oldie but a goodie. I know you guys are going to like it. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Hmm.
Always, Dr. Kat, of course, you are my friend. Thank you again for inviting me.
Absolutely, girl.
This is our 1 year and 1 year anniversary again. This
Yeah.
is like the fourth or fifth time, Cheryl. I was looking at the old flyers. I said, well, yeah, I've been here about 4 or 5 times. But just want
We'll
to
keep having you back.
But you always have, like, every year, there's always something new. That's one thing I like about how you run your business. You always, every year, you try to do something new or out the box. You keep it moving forward. And you do some really, like I said earlier, that community work and educating people about African American on stamps. I think that's a girl. That's that you're doing it. That's wonderful.
thank you, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Yeah.
God has provided the provision for the vision. Thank you,
Amen.
Lord. But just like he's done for you on this show, I'm loving it. I'm loving what you guys have done, and I've been telling you
Thank
that
you.
for years since you've
Thank
been
you.
doing it.
I'm
But
hoping to get some concerts going soon. I had a little medical scares, and so I got to get myself together. But we got some ideas coming up, so hope
take
we can get it
take
going.
time. We want
Hmm.
you strong when you're out there. Amen. But I just want to just thank everyone who took the time tonight, and for, of course, thanking you for inviting me back, and then
Absolutely.
thanking everybody who took the time to join us tonight. Thanking everybody in advance who will go back and listen to it later. Uh,
Hmm.
be a quick note if you did do that, but also just continue giving us, sending us positive vibes as we do prepare for the World Stamp Show next year in Boston. Asking for safety and that we're able to represent
Amen.
well. I always want to represent well, and then finish out this rest of this year strong, as well.
Amen. Please consider supporting Charlene as she's doing some amazing work in the community. Her Cash App is on here. I'm going to get some of the flyers about the step show and whatever else you want me to put on the Facebook page so that they can go back and get that information. You all be sure to support it. This is a good cause for sure. She's been doing this for, did you say 30 years? Now wait a minute. You look
Well,
like
I've
you
been
like 34.
Black
Like
Heritage
what is
Stamp for
going
like 30 plus years. I know.
what
Came
is
out the
going on?
womb for like
So yeah. So uh, consider supporting her. She's doing some major work in our communities. And I don't know anybody else that has a compassion or the passion to do this to keep us informed and tell us about African Americans on stamps. And she does an amazing job with it. So Again, her Cash App is on the screen. Her actual website is on the screen as well. And EstherStamps.org is on the screen. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's on some good ground right there, y'all. That's on some good ground.
Yeah.
All right, Charlene. Well, as always, it is always a joy when you're able to come and hang out with us. Thank you so much for sharing your collection of African American stamps and educating us again on our heritage and our history and all of that good stuff as it relates to African Americans. Best wishes in August, and the Chicago Steppers reunion that you're gonna, no wait, the Chicago Steppers, what's it called?
Homecoming.
The homecoming, yeah. Best wishes in that. Also, best wishes as you prepare to go to the convention in 2026. I can't wait to hear about your experience on that. Oh my gosh. And
So
when time permits,
I'll book myself again next August.
I can't wait to hear about it. And when time permits, you're always welcome here at FNL. So yeah, you part of FNL family. We love you over here. So yeah. So
thank you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you all have a great weekend, and it's cooling off a little bit, but it's still hot. So take care of yourselves. Be aware of your surroundings. You know the climate that we're living in these days. Be prayerful and check on each other. All right. All right. So we're going to end it with Rod Tate. Do you have anything else to say, Charlene, before I go there? Did you say everything you want to?
That's a wrap.
All right. That's a wrap. All right. Wave at them. We getting ready to go to Rod. All right.
Thanks, ladies.
Have a good weekend, y'all.